Do you ever wonder why you have to dredge up your dark past just to find a measure of freedom and success here in the present?
Well, that's what we'll be talking about here today on My Sober Truth. It's May 1st, and it's time for a double shot of My Sober Truth. Sean, it's May, so you know what we got to start talking about.
Absolutely. Step 5.
And I'm sure everybody watching knows what Step 5 is, but if someone's out there and they haven't watched it, explain Step 5.
Step 5 is basically you've done some soul searching in a previous step. And step 5 is where you admit it to yourself and to God and to another human being. So it can get a little tricky and a little iffy. Most of us don't have any problem sitting around and thinking about stuff. And then you can even talk to a God of your understanding about it. But when it comes to actually opening your mouth and talking to another person, a live person that you're sitting there with about this stuff, it gets a little hard.
And I can imagine that, if you've lived a life like so many of us, that we've done things that we're not proud of, and that we're probably pretty much downright shameful of in that situation. That whole act of opening our mouths, spilling our guts, letting that dark secret out could be intimidating.
Absolutely. It is very intimidating. And for me, it was intimidating in several ways. It was intimidating getting my head wrapped around doing it and telling somebody some of this stuff. That there's, once again, like we said, lots of shame kind of dredged up, and those feelings start coming back up. But the other part of it is trying to remember a lot of the stuff.
Right.
'Cause I didn't want to leave anything out. If I was going to do it, I wanted to do it all the way. Didn't want to leave anything out. Well, a lot of the times I was drunk or I was high, and I don't necessarily remember these things the way that other people remember them.
When your memory, when you're impaired, your memory is also impaired.
Exactly.
So how do you bridge that gap when if you blacked out, you did something stupid, how do you rectify and deal with this step knowing that you have gaps in memory?
You do what you can. And then a huge gift that my sponsor gave me, and I say it's a gift because it really kind of got me on track. So I had spent weeks writing and trying to get all this stuff down. And I didn't want to miss anything, like I said. Well, when it got to the actual day where my sponsor and I sat down and I started spilling my guts, he let me go for a while, for a good long while. And then finally he kind of stopped me and he said, "Hey, look, I don't need to know every single thing." He said, none of us got here as angels. We've all done some things we're ashamed of. Most of us have lied. Most of us have cheated. Most of us have stolen. He said, so I don't have to know every single little thing. What I do need is for us to discuss the things that keep you up at night, the things that hold you back from success because you don't feel like you're good enough, or you feel like a crap human being because you've done these things. And you might not even realize it in the moment, but these things are holding you back. Those are the things we really have to dig down and discuss.
That's so right. It's like that old adage we hear, I'm only as sick as my secrets.
That's right. Absolutely.
And there's that aspect of unburdening. And I'd go one further because, that's fear. Well, what if I don't do enough? And I think your sponsor addressed that situation. But there's that other side of it is, recovery is a lot like healing.
Right.
And it's a healing journey, mind, body, soul, spirit. And oftentimes that's done in layers. When we first show up at rehab, we're dealing with that outer layer and it's that external actions. But as we go deeper, peeling off the layer of the onions,
peeling the layers,
we're getting deeper and deeper to the heart of the matter. And, let's face it, this is a lifestyle. This is not a one and done situation.
No.
And most likely at some point, we're going to cycle back to the fifth step. It's May, we're doing it again. And there may be something new that comes up, or you might deal with the same memory or the same action, but yet you see it in a different light a year later because
Absolutely.
You do. And now maybe you realize, not only was it bad in this situation, but it also affected this person and this person. And you have a better understanding.
Absolutely. Yeah. And as you get a better understanding of these wrongs that you've done, and you also, in this step, you also are getting an understanding of why you feel like so many people have wronged you, because that's another part of this step that you're talking about. It's not just the things you're guilty about, it's also the resentments that you hold.
Right.
So as you get a better understanding, not only of the things you feel guilty about, but of the things you're holding resentments about, now you can deal with your life moving forward in the future in a much healthier way.
Absolutely. It's such a vital key for the recovery journey and beyond. It's nailing this thing down in your life, you know. And as we wrap up, I got to ask the viewers this question because, you know, this is not a talking head show. This is an interactive show, and we want to hear from you guys. And so here's the question. How has letting go of your secrets helped you in your quest for sobriety? You know, I'd love to hear that. Write your answers down below. But this is kind of a two-part question. How has holding back your secrets hurt you on your journey? Again, put your answers below in your comments. And it's important because, you know, as we always read the comments, but other people read the comments too. And you never know that your answer might be a key to freedom for somebody today. So on that note, for My Sober Truth, I'm Mark.
And I'm Sean. And here's hoping that today you stay drunk with success. Love y'all. Hi, folks. Thanks for watching. If you're ready for another round of My Sober Truth, then belly on up to mysobertruth.com and click on the double shot button today. There you'll find the daily inspiration, encouragement, and support that'll help you stay clean, on track, and growing in every area of your life. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, and if you got a minute, stick around, watch another video. Love y'all.